On August 23, 2023, India stunned the world after its Chandrayaan-3 spacecraft touched down near the moon's south pole, making it the fourth country to achieve such an impressive milestone after the United States, Russia, and China. India and the whole world celebrated this huge and much-needed achievement for NASA. It was exactly what they expected and wanted from India, because it is part of the amazing NASA Artemis Space Mega Project program, which aims to build the first human habitat on the moon. In fact, NASA is now contemplating the construction of several moon stations. This leads us to wonder why many countries are suddenly racing to colonize the moon. What has NASA achieved so far? When will the first habitat be launched? And what are the technologies used in this colossal space mega project? The reason the race to the moon is back on and in full swing has to do with the fact that large amounts of water have been confirmed in the moon's southern pole. This water simply makes moon habitats feasible and possible, since it can be used for drinking, farming habitats that produce food for astronauts, scientists, and even space tourists, and as a coolant for equipment and possible small nuclear reactors, such as the mobile small reactors used by the U.S. Army to generate electricity. Additionally, water is an essential component of 3D printing. Autonomous 3D printers can be shipped to the moon and used to build solid habitats via the utilization of the moon soil along with special polymers. This can mean that instead of sending large habitat modules to the moon, only a 3D printer can be sent along with lightweight, strong polymers that, once mixed with the moon's soil and water, can be used to 3D print habitats with floor, doors, walls, and roofs that are just as strong, if not stronger, than concrete, which would make them ultra-safe and effective for prolonged use. Water can also be broken down into oxygen for breathing and hydrogen, which can be used as fuel and in hydrogen fuel cell batteries, among other things. Other reasons include space tourism, military projects, communications, deep space exploration, and mining. Since experts believe that the moon holds substantial amounts of rare and precious elements, NASA is perhaps the world's best established space agency and has also become a multinational organization that works with other space agencies and nations that do not have or cannot afford space programs. The Artemis program is simply a massive multi-phase space mega project that aims to build the first human habitats on the moon and pave the way for the colonization of Mars, which will be used for manned missions farther out into the far corners of our solar system and eventually beyond. The first Artemis mission was launched on November 16, 2022 at 8:47 a.m. as Artemis 1 ventured 280,000 kilometers away from planet Earth and beyond the moon to conduct what can be described as step 1 in preparation for the physical colonization of the moon. Artemis 1 has simply set the stage for Artemis 2, 3, 4, and so on. If everything goes according to plan, we can expect the first manned space station in the moon's orbit by as early as 2026 and a manned habitat on the moon as early as 2028. This majestic and quite intriguing space mega project consists of several parts, starting with the launch complex at NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral, Florida, the Space Launch System (SLS), the Orion spacecraft, the Lunar Gateway, which is a space station that will orbit the moon, the Human Landing System, which will act as a crew habitat on the surface of the moon. You are probably wondering about the permanent habitat. For part 2, please visit to my channel and also subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos.